And Jerry Middleton, class of 1982. If you thought my reading was fantastic 90 seconds ago, check this out. Here we go, group one, leading us off is Steve Berry, class of 1976. One more round of applause, please. Steve competed in varsity football and basketball his junior and senior years. He also participated on the track team his sophomore and junior years, and varsity tennis his freshman year while at Bret. In football, during Steve's senior year, he was voted the MLL Outstanding Back of the Year. He was also the first team quarterback on a team that was part of a three-way tie for the league championship. The football highlight of his senior year was defeating Calaveras High School after 10 years of straight defeats. Understood. Woo! He was on the Lions Club All-Northern California team, as well as being named to the National Prep All-American. In basketball, Steve started for the undefeated freshman team and was a second-team All-League player his junior year and the league most valuable player his senior year. During that season, Steve averaged 12.9 points per game and 12.5 rebounds per game. He is also only one of four players to average a double-double in their varsity career. He was also named to the Medium School's first-team Superior California All-Star basketball team. That's quite an achievement. Woo! After graduating from Bret Harte, Steve attended San Joaquin Delta College in Stockton and played 2 years as quarterback for the Delta Mustangs. After Delta College, Steve attended and graduated with a Bachelor of Architecture degree from California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo. After working locally for an architectural firm in Arnold, Steve moved to San Diego and worked for an architectural firm for 11 years before moving to Arizona, where he has worked for a national home builder and developer and architectural firm and local residential developer. Steve works as a senior vice president and in-house architect designing homes for a developer of master planned communities and active adults, and he has been recognized locally in the Phoenix market and nationally with MAME and NHBA 55 Plus Awards for his home designs. Before taking his career position, Steve worked in the EAU for a development company of the royal family in Abu Dhabi from 2010 to 2012. So maybe it's around a little bit. Welcome home. While in San Diego, Steve served as president of his local homeowners association at University Canyon, and again as president of the McDowell Mountain Homeowners Association in Scottsdale. In Arizona, Steve has served as the youth basketball coach for the Paradise Valley YMCA and DC Village Health Club, both located in Scottsdale. He has designed and assisted with construction of an auction playhouse to raise money for the Homemade Project Playhouse. Steve and his wife Barbara, of 24 years, currently live in Scottsdale, Arizona, and have one son, Ryan, who is in his junior year at Arizona State University. Their daughter, Christina, was married last October and works as a manager with Google in San Francisco. So not a lot of Bing fans here tonight. Now let's welcome Steve Berry, everybody. Good evening. Everybody can hear me? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Eric, for that very kind introduction. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for my acceptance and my brother Glenn, who is here tonight, for nominating me to be considered. I am humbled and honored to be standing here along with the other inductees tonight, as well as the current members of the Bret Harte Athletic Hall of Fame, the athletes, coaches, friends that are part of the Hall of Fame that truly shaped Bret Harte Athletics over the years into what it is today, and I'm proud to be a part of this select group. I want to thank all of the coaches who looked after me throughout all of the sports I played here at Bret Harte High School. I realize
importance of why they coached the way they did at the time, but never the full measure of how they would impact me for years to come in my adult life. Let me give you an example. There was a part of my high school football career that almost didn't happen. I was a scrawny freshman trying out for the JV football team, playing tackle football for the very first time. Practice started a good 2 weeks before school during the summer, and I missed out on a couple weeks of summer vacation. The campus was going through a construction phase at the time. The game field was being built, our practice fields were dirt, and we had a nasty training tool called the hill that led up from the practice field to the grade road for training, conditioning, and a little bit of discipline from time to time. After some 10 days or so of practice, my body had had enough. I was aching top to bottom, my chest was killing me from the form tackling drills that we did, and my size 10 feet were going into a size 12 and it seemed like overnight. The morning of the next practice, I arrived at what used to be the girls' gym, locker room where we changed, to tell Coach Floyd I was quitting. All of the coaches were there that morning in the single office, including Coach Clements and the varsity coaches as well. I got my first sentence out that I was quitting, and before anyone said a word, Coach Nate Solomon, who coached the linemen for the varsity team and a family friend, burst out into a John Madden-like eruption. What? Whoa! You can't quit! What's wrong with you? You gotta suck it up and be tough. You gotta be a leader. People are counting on you. I turned right around and suited up. What Coach Solomon was doing was giving me a reality check and getting me out of my comfort zone. If there was a theme of my high school sports experience, I would say the coaches did a great job of getting me out of my comfort zone. To be a better athlete, competitor, and teammate to accomplish all we did as a team. They taught me the discipline of working hard, putting in the time to train, even if it meant giving up part of my summers, and the needed encouragement and words of encouragement at just the right time. It was a combination of those lessons that I was able to use later as I coached my own children, youth football and basketball teams, but also how I handled myself in business and life and getting out of my comfort zone to accept new jobs, moving to new locations, and accepting new opportunities, even if it was halfway around the world. I would like to call this out and specifically thank Coach Dwayne Benito for leading us to our undefeated freshman basketball season. I think that record still stands today. Right? I also want to thank Coach Clements for pushing me to train harder and seeing to it that I made that commitment during the summers to be the best I could be as a quarterback. Coach Clements opened the gym early each morning during the summer so I could train countless hours and throw what must have been about 1,000 passes as I rolled out, dropped back, and threw into the hanging wrestling mat from the basketball backwards. That training helped develop my much-needed footwork and arm strength more than I could have imagined. Finally, I want to thank Coach Cathcart, who came aboard as our JV basketball coach, saw us through to my senior year as he moved up to be the varsity basketball coach. The lessons I learned about teamwork on the court and how to physically block out much bigger players to get rebounds and also add a little frustration to those opponents at the same time was invaluable. In closing, I'd like to say that I've never forgotten my roots here at Bret Harte High School